Who are in the all green will attack the goal. Tough one, could argue, for the team that tried to get out of Group D in Cote d'Ivoire. They were really up against the likes of Cameroon and DR Congo. So tight was that group that not only did Cote d'Ivoire qualify second in their group, but the side that finished third in DR Congo qualified as the best third place finishers in that particular group, or in fact in the qualifying phase, I should say. What a group that was, some memorable matches.
How about that 4-1 bashing against Cameroon at the Yaoundé Stadium, the stadium out there in Douala, and of course that defeat at home against DR Congo 4-3 in Abidjan.
While pushing forwards, the men that came out losers in those matches that you two mentioned, looking to find the back of the net here and be the first side to do so. Early ball in there, should be rescued. That clearance by Yaya Touré, and is offloading too. Oh yeah, in saying that, Cote d'Ivoire were involved in, I do believe, some of the best of the matches in qualifying, in that qualifying campaign from the 2015 Africa Cup of Nations. Whether they won or lost them, it's still the most entertaining out there.
High scoring encounters, this we have to say.
Grinders for goals as well, when you think of the game against DR Congo, also the game against Cameroon that you spoke of. Some of the goals in that match from the likes of Jie and Abubakar, from a Cameroonian point of view, were breathtaking, whilst Yaya Touré was in amongst the scorers.
Of course, that goal by Yaya Touré ran 40 meters from the midfield and hit the ball with his left foot. I mean, we've seen him do it time and time again in the Barclays Premier League. Yaya Touré, a player that has just grown in leaps and bounds. No wonder he's the fourth time in a row winner of the Africa Footballer of the Year.
Cote d'Ivoire careless with possession. It's a 2-on-2 battle for now. If they can get it together going forward in the end. Ali on the pass coming in from Gambo, asking way too much of him then. And they survived that bit of a scare then to Cote d'Ivoire, but in the end it was a wayward pass then from Tiote. Carelessly done.
Well, Sizwe, what I can tell you is that the Ivorians will take it really easy in this game because they want to stay away from injuries. The AFCON is just 1 week away, and we've seen one Tiote there, not far from the controversies and the tackles. We know him from his Newcastle games.
Well, he's never one to shy away from challenges. As you were talking about players looking to avoid any injuries ahead of that 2015 AFCON, Tiote slides in as though the AFCON has begun today here while he's about Gambo out in the attack, and lucky not to have a goal his way. Now, Touré early with the ball forward in search of Javinho. Lovely little touch then to find the supporting run from Asale. Now Nigeria pick up, push into midfield. The tempo of the game is lifted just a bit here as Yaya Touré now looks for Javinho out wide. Supporting him and pushing forward is Asale, closest to Javinho, looking to eliminate numbers, just couldn't offload to Touré. Yaya, that is. Kept alive here by Dia.
Well, so far, Sizwe, if you ask me, the Nigerian side have been the better of the two so far in this encounter. The Ivorians seem to be taking it too easy and just losing their passes and losing possession here and there. And definitely, I think they are underestimating the Nigerian team, saying, oh, no, this is a local-based side, so possibly we'll just run over them. A bit of showboating by the Ivorian side, and if they are not careful, if the Super Eagles continue to gain their confidence and beginning to win more passes, they could possibly be shocked with a goal.
I can tell you, there are some youngsters in this Nigerian squad. Starting off with Agbim between the sticks. He's no youngster. The Gombe United man, 30 years of age, thin. When you go through some of the names that have been called up, such as Arun Obanor, who's 19 years of age. Akas, who's out in that field, is 20 years of age. There's a 21-year-old on that field in Gombe. Defenders now having some work coming their way. So, plenty of players still in their very early 20s in this Nigerian squad name. Now, numbers in the box here. The Ivorians with the ball in. The follow-up shot here may cause a trouble or problem or two, I should say. Needed to be dealt with. There was a touch in the box, meaning if it did go out play, it would have been a corner for the Ivorians. That's the reason why the ball had to be played upfield. Now, Bimba and teammates find they're going tough and trying to get it out of that final third. Yaya Toure winning it back in a great area up the field. Gervinho couldn't find a way past that man Kwambe. Good work in defense. They stood their ground and stood it well. Stubborn they were, the Nigerians. Now looking to play it out, may play themselves into trouble. But have done so quite well, with pressure being applied right from the front from the Ivorians then.
Yes, definitely. They're defending very well. And we see Akas Chima on our screen now. And they've been playing quite considerably well. When you look at this Nigerian side, who were only put together just over a week ago, they've played a few friendlies against local-based teams in Nigeria and have come out with a victory, although the coach has not been satisfied with their fitness and their form. And if you know very well, the Nigerian league is on recess now. So many of these players were holidaying when they called them back to camp to come and engage in this friendlies. You can see on your screen there, Coach Daniel Amokachi, the assistant coach of the Super Eagles, who have been placed at the helm of this two-leg friendly against the Ivorians. And of course, on the 17th, they'll be taking on the Sudanese national side, a team who they lost to at home and defeated as well when they came to Abuja by 3 goals to 1. Scored 2 beautiful goals against Manchester City when they played in Manchester, and that's Seydou Doumbia, also a seasoned professional. We have Lassina Traore, who has transversed some of the big sides in Europe, Monaco, Angie, Makashkala, and of course came on loan to Everton last season. He has not really replaced, he was supposed to be that ideal natural replacement to Drogba. At the last Nations Cup, he did not really pull up his weight, so Wilfred Bony played most of the qualifiers and did very well.
Now Gervinho's eliminated one, make that 2. Gervinho still, chance coming up. Great block. Superb blocking. Just to his position then did Egwekwe, the most experienced but the Super Eagles side. And at that, the brightest moment for Cote d'Ivoire pushing forward. No surprise to see Gervinho eating up men and chowing up numbers out on that far side. So from one end of the field straight to the other it goes. Turn now of Nigeria through Ali.
Well, we know Gervinho for those his fantastic dribble runs, and once again he shows and proves his mettle as one of the top players in Europe playing for Roma. And no wonder they had that opportunity to maybe test the goalkeeper, but Agbin was up to the task.
Space to turn here for Tiote. Very much a deep-lying midfielder. The hard-tackling man from Newcastle United, wearing the number 9 on his back. Don't let that fool you into thinking he's all about goals. Nope, he's all about bone-crunching challenges and keeping the flow of the game going from defense into midfield and onto the attack. Another man that's been quite impressive in these early stages, clearly looking to make a bit of an impression on Hervé Renard, is Roger Asale with the 3 on his back. There he is on that far side, battling for it now. Losing out though. I mentioned earlier at the start of the broadcast, one of the 2 African best players out on that field from a Cote d'Ivoire point of view, plays for TP Mazembe, the Giants from the DRC or DR Congo.
Sizwe, one thing I can tell you is that the Nigerians will have the majority of the possession up until the halfway line of the field, because the Ivorians are not a team that come out and try to mount pressure on you when you have the ball defensively. They will allow you play all the way up, and if you see the way they're playing, they're just leaving Gervinho up on his own, and then they keep him 4 or 5 men in the midfield as well as defensively. They play up high and they want to play the game high in the midfield, but that gives Nigeria a lot of opportunities to move the ball up high, but they need to do it faster and try to spread the ball wide and maybe use the wings and get in the crosses if they want to get any reasonable attempt at goal against the Ivorians. But just keeping the ball and playing it will just mean that they will just hold on to the ball, and when they get to the halfway line, because the Ivorians have more players in the midfield, they would regain possession.
Udo again. Bites off more than he can chew. Took on 3 or 4 in the end of that run. Gervinho dropping a little bit deeper. Now, Yaya Toure has the option out to that far side. Of course, it is a friendly international, this if you are just joining us, so won't expect the intensity to be at quite the levels of an AFCON or a qualifier for a major event. Yeah, big tough man, got a lovely physique about him. Some would say just about what Arsene Wenger needs in his Arsenal side. Big, strong player.
Well, I don't know. You know, there are so many African Arsenal supporters who have been on the head of Arsene Wenger with not signing some of the players that they would want them to sign. We see Daniel Amokachi there once again, almost dressed like one of the players, you may say.
Yeah. He's in the black and white, keeps popping up at the bottom of your screen every now and then. As Cote d'Ivoire push forward, you will see Daniel Amokachi, quite a player these days for any youngsters that never had a chance to catch a glimpse of him. Quite a generation they played with, he and the likes of Stephen Keshi.
They call him the Bull because of his way and style of play. He was very robust and confident. He was a fighter.
So, half an hour of football has gone by in this international friendly. It's Cote d'Ivoire no, Nigeria no. Yaya Toure floating into Sere Dia. There's a bit of space on